Hi everyone, I'm Eileen for readingandwritingtips.com. In this video, I'll be reviewing the book Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Stay tuned to find out why I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. In this book, a woman named Amy Dunn disappears on the day of her 5th wedding anniversary with her husband Nick. Her husband comes home and finds the living room in disarray and his wife gone. And this book is basically the journey of Nick for going through being the #1 suspect for her disappearance. Some of the pros of this book were it was very, very interesting. It was definitely intriguing and page-turning. There was not a moment in the book when I was bored at all. So it was very, very interesting. Gillian Flynn has an excellent writing style that was witty and captivating. She has great turn of phrase and great word usage, so it was really well written, and I enjoyed the writing style very much. There was excellent characterization throughout the book. You really feel connected with Nick as he goes through the turns of the investigation for his wife's disappearance and trying to figure out what happened. And all of that, and you really feel connected to not only Nick but the other characters in the book as well. So Gillian did an excellent job with characterization and really bringing those characters alive for the reader. Some of the cons in this book for me were Gillian Flynn has a tendency to use parentheses in her writing as if it's a comment under your breath, or that's talking to yourself or that sort of thing. At first I thought it was part of specific characters, their thought process and that sort of thing, but as I continued to read the book it occurred throughout, including in the narrative, and so I found that kind of disruptive to the reading flow, kind of broke up sentences in an odd way for me. One of the other things I really didn't like about the book is Nick's twin sister Margot. She is referred to as Go throughout most of the book. I found that to be kind of distracting. You're reading along and all of a sudden there's the word go that's capitalized in the middle of a sentence, and so I'm like, we are going to the store. You know, it was kind of disruptive for me and I thought it was strange. So I would prefer just to read Margot instead of Go. The other con for me, as was for most people, was the ending of the book. A lot of people were just disappointed with the ending. It is a surprise ending, and I would consider it a non-traditional ending. And though I'm not opposed to surprise or non-traditional endings, this ending for me especially felt like Gillian Flynn was just done with the story and she had used up all her good ideas, and so she just ended the story. It fell flat and it was very, very disappointing to me for her to end the story that way. Not from a character standpoint, but from a writing standpoint specifically. Warnings I would give for this book: there is extreme foul language, including the C word used in the book. There's sexual content, mature themes such as murder and fraud and theft. I definitely would not recommend this story for even mature readers under the age of 15. In conclusion, do I want my time back? No. I mean, I'm glad I read it and it was a good book and I did enjoy it. Again, the ending was just extremely disappointing for me from an author's standpoint. I kept swiping the screen on my Kindle app thinking that there was going to be something else that would really wrap it up for me, but there just wasn't, and it was just ended. This book was originally published in June of 2012 and spent 8 weeks in the #1 spot on the New York Times hardcover fiction bestseller list. In print, it has 434 pages and is currently available in paperback and Kindle. You can probably buy it used in hardcover as well. Links for purchasing the book can be found in the description for this video, as well as visiting readingandwritingtips.com and going to the Gone Girl book review. If you've read the book Gone Girl and would like to let me know what you thought, go to readingandwritingtips.com, locate the book review for Gone Girl, and leave me a comment on the book review. From now until next video, happy reading!